This is a CBS 11 News First Alert Weather Day update.
Hey there, I'm Chief Meteorologist Scott Padgett. On this First Alert Weather Day, look outside with our Fort Worth sky cam. Heavy rain falling right now in downtown Fort Worth as these storms are moving in from west to east. We are dealing with the heavy rain moving through, and this is what we thought was going to be happening for tonight. So looking at the satellite and radar combined, we're seeing the rain really pushing its way on in through parts of Collin County, down through Dallas County, stretching all the way through Denton County, and also into parts of Tarrant County. If we could switch on over to Lynx 1, I really wanted to pinpoint this just a little bit more, and meteorologist Jeff Ray driving the radar right now. We're seeing some heavy rain through parts of Dallas County, the Garland area to Sac to Wiley, but look at this line that's now making its way in from west east. West sides of Tarrant County, we showed you that heavy rain in downtown Fort Worth, seeing some lightning strikes there, some heavy rain near Lake Worth, also to near Saginaw, stretching up 35W, pushing into parts of Denton County, a little bit more broken in parts of Denton County, but still some pockets of some heavy rain. Want to point out, none of these storms are severe, and that's really good news for us tonight. Still seeing some beneficial rain. You see all the way down the line through parts of Johnson County, all the way down to Bosque County. That's where we're still seeing this line coming together. Did have that southern end reaching severe limits. That now has also weakened just a bit more. So we're seeing this whole entire line pushing its way from west to east, and will do so going through the remainder of the evening hours, at least through the next 3 to 4 hours. You notice behind the initial line, some light to moderate rain moving through parts of North Texas. So this is what we've been watching as we've been going through the evening hours. We will continue to watch. So the severe threat, it's very low now, and we're still going to be looking at the potential of some heavier rain. And, you know, Jeff, earlier today we saw some storms around, had some rain around, and with that we had some cool air left behind, and that's kind of helped our severe threat for tonight remain relatively low.
Yeah, you know, I came in early morning, and of course, remember, Scott, we were under enhanced risk.
Yeah.
Right, and we're going, oh no, it's going to be one of those days. So let's go to the radar, and what I'm going to do is explain to you what Scott and I have been talking about really for about the last couple of hours, thinking about our good fortune here. So look up, Scott, but why don't you point it out? Let's see if I can, is that early enough? I got to go earlier.
That's
Let me
one
go
this
back 12 hours.
afternoon where we have
I'm going to go all the way.
The activity.
Let's go all the way to 8. And do you see that line coming down?
This right
here. There, that leading edge.
And that was shifting its way down to the southeast with us. So
that's the cold pool.
Yeah, that's the cold pool. That was in place. So as that moved in, that helped us out going in for tonight. So this is the storm action that we saw earlier today into the early afternoon hours, sliding its way southeast. So with that in mind, we look at a bunch of different things to figure out if the storms are going to be strong to possibly severe. So let's look at the temperatures right now, Jeff, to show you the difference in the temperatures across parts of North Texas. So you can see that in Hillsborough, it's 81 right now. 75 Corsicana to 73 Athens, still 75 in Kaufman, but it's 60 in Bridgeport. That just shows you where the warm air is in place, better instability further down to the south because we can see those storms lift up a little bit more. So that's why we're keeping our eyes on that southern end of this line that's broken just a bit more for that potential of severe storms. But with 60 degrees up in Bridgeport, Jeff, really no chance of any storms really reaching the severe limits.
Right, and so what we end up with is we don't get the storms very tall up into the atmosphere. Now, as Scott and I were saying earlier, that doesn't mean they're not big rainmakers now.
Yeah.
I mean, we can still get some prodigious rain from this. In fact, Runaway Bay, Jason McLaughlin reported 4 inches of rain there. And if I take a look, why don't we do that? I'm going to show you, this is rainfall for the last 12 hours, and I'll stop it. And you can see this swath of really heavy rain that goes from Mineral Wells up towards Decatur, and that goes all the way up into Cook County. And these are rainfall estimates from radar, but we do have some ground truth showing 4 inches verifying there. So though not severe, Scott, much needed rain and sometimes very heavy rain moving through.
Yeah, and we're dealing with drought conditions, so we really could use this right now. The flooding concern is there because if you get a large amount of rain in a short amount of time, of course, that localized flooding is possible. Just quickly, if we switch back on over to Max 2, I wanted to show you kind of like the larger view of more rain that's on the way. You can see here's that initial line that we were forecasting between about the 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock time frame, making its way from west to east. Then we saw the upper level support out west. Now these storms probably will weaken over the next few hours, but still we will see some rain into the early morning morning hours as they move their way in. I want to show you a time lapse at the Arlington area. Here's downtown Dallas. Very hard to see there, and that's downtown Fort Worth, it looks like for us, looking back to the west. So with that, look at the rain that was just kind of moving its way through. Just different outflow boundaries that were holding together. Now tonight, that heavier rain continuing to make its way on in. We have another look, again, a little bit closer. Again, here's the water tower, but look at the shields of rain that kind of make their way through. Different outflow boundaries kind of moving in different directions, and now that heavy rain continuing to make its way back here right over our CBS 11 studios. So the heavy rain definitely on the way as we go back to Lynx 1. That's what we're tracking for tonight. Still a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 10 o'clock. That does include Tarrant County, Dallas County, Conley County, all the counties indicated in yellow. And the threat when the National Weather Service and the Storm Prediction Center issued this was for maybe some large hail, damaging wind gusts, and they couldn't rule out a chance of maybe an isolated tornado. That threat's now diminishing, more maybe of a wind threat, if that. But as we mentioned, that severe threat really going down for us into tonight. You can see down towards the south, closer towards parts of central Texas, where they're seeing temperatures that are a bit warmer. Still, that severe threat continues. So that's why we're just updating you here on CBS News Dallas Fort Worth, letting you know of the storms that are moving in. Nothing is severe, but just give yourself some extra time on the roads. You could be dealing with maybe some low-lying spots, really collecting a lot of that water. We do have the flood watch, an aerial flood watch in effect for Kaufman County down to Navarro County and east and southeast of that through tomorrow evening because of all of the rain that is on the way. We indicated that right there. That's in effect until 7 o'clock for tomorrow evening for our southeast sides of North Texas. We'll continue to update you through the night tonight right here on CBS News Dallas Fort Worth and also on CBS 11 News at 10 o'clock. Don't forget, you can always download the CBS DFW app to keep the radar right there in your hand.